Wrestling is one of the toughest worlds to break into. The spotlight can bring fame, fortune, and adoration, but it's a double-edged sword. Behind the glitz and larger-than-life personas, many wrestlers face harsh financial realities. Some leave the business wealthy and healthy, while others are left physically broken, mentally drained, and bankrupt. The line between on-screen character and real-life struggles can often blur, leaving even the most celebrated performers to fight battles far away from the cameras and cheering crowds. Ric Flair is a prime example of this contrast. On screen, he was the ultimate showman, the limousine-riding diamond ring-wearing icon.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun!
Flair embodied success, extravagance, and charisma. Off-screen, though, the real Ric Flair faced a very different reality. Over decades, he struggled with taxes, legal issues, and filed for bankruptcy in 2008. Flair's financial difficulties often stemmed from overspending to maintain his extravagant lifestyle. In addition, he battled life-threatening health issues that nearly ended not just his career, but his life itself. Flair's journey is a reminder that the world outside the ring can be just as brutal as the one inside it, and that fame and fortune don't always come with security or peace of mind. But despite everything, Flair has bounced back stronger than ever. Today, he seems to be doing just fine, thriving with multiple business ventures, including his successful spirits brand Flair Spirit and his cannabis line, Ric Flair Drink. But that's not the case for the next star. Marty Jannetty rose to fame as one half of the Rockers with Shawn Michaels, captivating fans in the late 80s and early 90s with their high-energy, fast-paced matches. While they were incredible in the ring, life backstage was far more chaotic. Both men embraced the party lifestyle that often came with wrestling fame, and it eventually caught up with them. In 1990, a routine match went wrong when Jannetty's signature move, the Rocker Dropper, seriously injured Chuck Austin. Austin later filed a lawsuit that initially awarded $26.7 million in damages, though an out-of-court settlement reduced the cost to $10 million, with Jannetty responsible for around $500,000. After the Rockers split, Michaels soared to superstardom while Jannetty struggled with financial instability, injuries, and personal challenges. He survived through interviews, appearances, and small wrestling gigs. Despite these hardships, he remains respected by fans for his honesty and resilience, proving that life behind the curtain can be just as dramatic as the storylines in the ring. In 1983, Jimmy Snuka cemented his place in wrestling history with a breathtaking jump from the top of the cage at Madison Square Garden. The image became iconic, and Snuka's status as a legend was solidified almost instantly. However, that same year, a personal tragedy occurred involving his 23-year-old partner in his hotel room. The official investigation at the time ruled the incident accidental, and Snuka continued his wrestling career without interruption. The family of the individual pursued a legal case, winning a $500,000 judgment against Snuka. Already facing financial difficulties, he never paid the settlement, and eventually filed for bankruptcy, essentially escaping further financial consequences. Snuka went on to have a fruitful career, culminating in his induction into the WWF Hall of Fame in 1996. Years later, renewed scrutiny led to serious legal issues, but by that time, Snuka was battling terminal illness and declared unfit for trial. He passed away in 2017, leaving a legacy that mixes legendary athletic feats with controversy, a stark reminder of the sometimes tragic reality behind professional wrestling fame. Perry Saturn's wrestling career in the late 90s and early 2000s was marked by skill, intensity, and the respect of fans and peers alike. He performed in ECW, WCW, and WWF, rubbing shoulders with stars such as Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, and Dean Malenko. Saturn's high-flying and technical wrestling style made him a standout performer. Yet his life outside the ring took an unexpected and dramatic turn. One night, Saturn intervened to stop a violent attack on a woman in a back alley. In the process, he was shot multiple times, narrowly surviving but facing mounting medical bills he could not afford. The trauma and pain led him to unhealthy coping methods, resulting in years of financial instability and over 2 years without a stable home. Adding to his struggles, Saturn later revealed that he suffered from a traumatic brain injury, likely compounded by numerous concussions during his wrestling career. Thankfully, with time, support from his partner, and personal determination, Saturn rebuilt his life. His story demonstrates how quickly fortune and health can disappear, even for those considered heroes in their field. Tom Billington, famously known as the Dynamite Kid, changed the game in tag team wrestling. Teaming with Davey Boy Smith as the British Bulldogs, he wowed fans with a mix of British technical skill, North American power, and high-risk Japanese-style moves. While Davey Boy handled the heavy hitting, Billington amazed audiences with his agility, speed, and daring aerial maneuvers. However, his career took a tragic turn in 1988 when a severe back injury required the removal of 2 discs. Doctors warned him to retire, but Billington kept performing despite the pain, which eventually worsened his health and strained relationships. His temper and injuries led to a divorce and the end of close friendships, leaving him socially isolated. Confined to a wheelchair, he returned to England and lived quietly until his demise at 60. Though his later years were difficult, Billington's influence on modern wrestling is undeniable. His innovative style and fearlessness in the ring left a lasting mark, inspiring countless wrestlers who followed in his footsteps. Tony Atlas, nicknamed Mr. USA, was a powerhouse in both bodybuilding and professional wrestling. Fans loved his combination of power, athleticism, and charisma. Yet after his in-ring career began to fade, Atlas faced substance struggles and periods of homelessness, sometimes sleeping on park benches. Monica, the woman who would later become his wife, found him during one of his lowest points and helped him rebuild his life. With her support, Atlas gradually overcame his challenges, ultimately earning induction into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2006. His story is a testament to the importance of support, determination, and the possibility of recovery even after extreme hardship. Scott Hall, known as Razor Ramon in WWF and as a founding member of the NWO in WCW, was one of wrestling's most charismatic and influential figures. In the 90s, he earned significant money and enjoyed the high life, but personal struggles and mental health challenges followed him behind the curtain. Anxiety and unhealthy coping, substance abuse, methods consumed him, and as his in-ring career slowed, financial instability compounded his problems. By the 2010s, Hall faced urgent medical needs, including hip replacement surgery and dental work he could not afford. Thanks to Diamond Dallas Page and a massive GoFundMe campaign, wrestling fans worldwide helped Hall cover his medical expenses. This support allowed him to live his final years sober, financially stable, and reconnected to the community that had once celebrated his achievements. Thanks for watching, and until next time, cheers.